Well, it's different because I'm more used to the standard format. Remember that I started off in life as a teacher. So standing up and pontificating in front of, as a teacher, of course, a captive audience, is something that I've been doing for many, many years. But it's rather different when you're sitting and having a conversation with someone like Alice Mascarenhas, whom I've known for donkey's years, and we just have a chat covering a multitude of sins, really. I'm going to be exploring with Alice some of the challenges when it comes to trying to research something as difficult as Gibraltar social history, things that have been below the radar traditionally for many, many years. What I would like people to be aware of is the range of different research opportunities that are available to anybody to go and immerse themselves in our past. Because really, an understanding of where we have come from is critical to our standing as a people, our being a people, and going forward into the future. So I think a lot of people aren't aware of exactly what they can be looking for and how difficult actually it can be to manage these primary sources.
We sit on a bit of real estate, which is actually a marvel of military engineering, and a lot of the time we don't realize it. We're surrounded, as you quite rightly say, by walls and bastions, but in our day-to-day life we don't really actually often stop and take in really what it was, how they worked. And when you start to do that, things start to come alive because you start to understand the landscape. And what you had was a situation where, particularly in the 19th century, and the Victorian Empire, and plenty of money going around, and certainly a lot of inward investment, Gibraltar became the probably most heavily fortified place on the planet. It was never attacked, but it was actually the one place that everyone says don't go there because you're not going to take it. And we have so much of that still around. So the talk is going to talk about that, but also the precursor to that, how things change, what happens when gunpowder arrived, what changes happened then, what happened in the 20th century with the advent of aircraft, and the continuous need to adapt and change. It's really, when we talk about an arms race, it's very similar to evolution in many ways. Someone comes, one side, a predator comes up with something and something else comes up with something to defend itself from it, and you see this change happening, and it's really very interesting. So yeah, we are very lucky as to where we are, and hopefully this talk will highlight some of those.